And this is the NFL on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away. Nance and Phil Simms for today's matchup.
Panthers, Broncos. It's Super Bowl 50, Phil. A milestone game in the history of the NFL. And do the players at this point have it? And you take all that practice and preparation and make sure you put it on display here in today's game and try to be a Super Bowl champion. What's the word from down by the benches? Danielle Bellini has the latest.
Thanks, guys. Super Bowl 50 is a very special milestone for the NFL. Super Bowl I was played back in 1967 at the LA Coliseum. As you recall, the Greeks quickly want to make history by winning the Super Bowl tonight to ensure they're the ones that are remembered and that everyone is talking about 50 years from now. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Danielle, and now we'll go to the field. The Broncos ready to get this action started. And this milestone event, Super Bowl 50, has officially commenced. Again, will drop to a knee, so this will come out to the 20. Coming onto the field, the #1 overall pick of the 2011 NFL Draft, Cam Newton by way of Auburn. For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. Stewart's taking the handoff.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on first down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
Loss of 2 on that play. 2nd down and 12. Stewart's going to take the handoff now. The running back position will be handled today by Jonathan Stewart out of Oregon.
Well, it seems like Jonathan Stewart's been in the NFL for about 15 years, and he just keeps running the football, having success. I like the way he runs. I like his style, and he is productive.
3rd and 11. And it's complete to Kotchery.
This team, one of the better tackling teams in the NFL, and they play the situation perfectly. They give up the short completion. They come up and make the tackle. Now we have a 4th down.
Sanders has got it at the 25. Johnson in on the tackle. At quarterback, the 5-time MVP of the NFL, the 2007 Super Bowl MVP, Peyton Manning. The Broncos approach the line, and they're going with their jumbo package. That's a gain of 7. And that's the type of run I think this offense would take all game long, Phil.
Oh, would they ever? They would love this. This is showing your dominance here. The offensive line doing a good job, but also a solid job by the running back picking up some good yards.
The Broncos snap at the 41. Allen's all over the ball carrier.
The Broncos running back that time, he makes a bad decision. You can't be looking to make every play a big play when you're running the football. Look for a few yards, take advantage of that. He tries for the big play. What happens? He gets tackled for a loss.
Almost intercepted that time.
Good play that time by the defender. He read the quarterback, got in position, and knocked that pass away on third down.
And a touchback. The Panthers offense comes back onto the field. Let's see if they can move the chains this time, because the last possession was ugly. They weren't out there very long.
Jim, you know how I think in situations like this, I think it's more up to the coach than the players. Call a play that really catches the defense off guard so you can get an easy gain and get the momentum on your side and get it rolling.
Second down and 13. Jonathan Stewart with the football. Looking at the defensive lineups, Von Miller is a man to watch in this one.
Von Miller, maybe the fastest first step in the NFL. That makes him a threat when it comes to rushing the quarterback.
3rd and 12 to go. A near interception, that time by Harris. Both defenses here with good series at the start. You have to figure this may not turn into some sort of freewheeling sort of shootout that we see so often. Might be the opposite today, Phil.
Yeah, it could be the opposite. You know what? I hope so, Jim. I get sick sometimes of seeing this offense up and down the field. Let's go for it, scoring. Hey, let's let the defenses dominate. We might have a game just like that here today.
Sanders got it on the return. That's a tackle at the 48. And a run back of about 15. The last drive, not being out there too long, just 3 plays forcing a punt.
And they're going back out there. They're fresh, man. And the defensive line, the defensive front, they were awesome. That's why they got off the field so quickly. Well, as you saw that receiver make the catch, I'll just say this. You cannot throw the football enough his way. There's no such thing. When in doubt, you don't like anything, turn and find him and throw it to him.
And there's only 2 yards to be found right there. He has blossomed into a big-time receiver in this game, Emmanuel Sanders.
Well, it's not about just the offense. Oh, the offense gives him those numbers. He has shown wherever he plays, no matter who the coach or the quarterback is, he can get it done.
The Broncos now move the chains. That's his first reception today.
Well, the quarterback has such great confidence in the receiver. And why not? He's talented, and every time the football's thrown his way, he finds a way to make the catch.
Let's see what they do on first down following that huge play.
The Broncos had a nice play designed that time. It pulled the defense, and they get the pass completion for a nice pickup.
Stepping up to the line at the 6-yard line. The Panthers lined up in the nickel. Dropping back 3. Touchdown! That's the first one here at the Super Bowl.
Nothing like scoring first in any game, but when you do it in the Super Bowl, you can just times it by 10. Because the pressure builds on the other team. They know they're behind. They want to...
The Panthers are prepared to return the kickoff. This is Ginn running it out. And that return ends rather quietly, short of the 20. Let's mark him at the 16. The Panthers weren't able to get anything out of their last drive and were forced to punt as they take the field here. Do you think they are going to vary their approach, Phil?
Well, I hope so. I think they will. They got a lot of information out there in that short drive, Jim. And you do that by showing different formations and plays. You saw how the defense reacted to it. Now you counter-react and see if you can get some positive plays.
I'm sure they're tired of being in the 3-and-out business.
Well, that's a bad business to be in. I know. I get in a lot of bad businesses.
Second down and 6. Handoff to Jonathan Stewart. Marshall's the one who made the big stop.
The Panthers offensive coordinator, he has to be frustrated by that play. I think he calls the right play, but what happens to run, loses yards, that's just a bad job by the offensive line.
Third down and 8. Throws it toward the sideline, and what a catch. That's his first reception. Today. Newton's lined up. 2 tight ends set. First down at the 36. Newton off the mark that time. Failing to complete that one. So second down here. Newton standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Newton to Olsen.
Hard to guard these tight ends now in the NFL. It really puts the defense in like a quandary. Do we use a big guy? Well, if the big guy's not fast enough. We use a small guy. Well, he's not big enough. They get pushed around. I don't know what you're going to do. Just make sure you're a good tackler after they catch him.
The Panthers will take the snap from the 45. He's brought down. That's going to bring up fourth down. If this last sequence is any indication, this defense is going to give that quarterback fits as this game goes along.
It was a good series for the defense, no question about it. They learned a lot there. Let's see if they can do it and do it more as the game goes along.
Not a favorable bounce this time as it's headed to the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers defense comes back onto the field. Did not look so good that last series, giving up the touchdown.
Oh, you know the coaches are upset. My gosh, they ran some of the most elementary defenses that you can run, and they had mistakes by the defensive players. So they coach them up on the sidelines. We'll see if we see different results.
Manning's got 2 tight ends on the field for this snap. Thomas there to catch a ball that had a lot of heat on it. That's another reception, giving him 2. That is how you draw it up, isn't it, Phil?
Oh, man, a quarterback loves guys that can make catches like this, and they're just so strong. They know how to zero in. They never lose concentration, and you never see them drop a pass.
Green's got it on a pass, had some heat on it.
The Broncos coaching staff, they have been smart today. They are keeping everybody off balance. Even me, I thought for sure they would run the football, but no, they come out on first down, they throw it, they pick up solid yards. Good job by them.
Second and 2. And incomplete as Daniels can't hold on. Shaq Thompson at Washington was all over the field during his days with the Huskies.
Well, Ron Rivera, coach of the Carolina Panthers, is a defensive guy. So what did he do? He went out and got another extremely athletic guy to put in on that defense. They are going to be tough this year. Good job that time by the defense on third down. Find a way to get off the field. The defender found the way. Knocked that pass down.
2 tight ends on the field here. Looking across the middle. The Broncos turn the ball over on downs.
The Broncos decided to go for it on fourth down that time, and Hey, it didn't pay off. And, of course, the coach, look at him now. He is second-guessing his decision.
The Panthers bring their offense back onto the field. This has been a game that's featured very little production offensively. What's been the big reason behind that, Phil?
Jim, I'm going to give the defense all the credit here early in the game. Sometimes on the offensive side, you just got to throw a few things out there to see what's going to work. But right now, defense is dominating and doing a really good job.
2nd down and 7. Stewart's going to secure the handoff. Met by Vaughn Miller.
This is one good tackling defense. They stay in good position at all times, and we saw it that time, and they stopped the play for a short gain.
Newton's got it in the gun. And he's going to be sacked. So, just 3 plays and out for the offense. They've come out of the blocks fairly sluggishly, and this defense has taken full advantage, Phil.
Yeah, the offense having a tough time. They did not have a good series that time, and the defense, you were right, took advantage of a sluggish offense and got off the field.
The Panthers defense returns to the field, and they got to be saying right now, come on now, go for it again on your own side of the field on 4th down if we get to that point.
Well, we know why now. He's not a coach in the NFL making decisions like that. He'd be fired after 1 week. You just got to be smarter than that. You can't go for it on 4th down in situations like that.
The Broncos get a 1st down. That's another reception. Give him 2.
Well, when you play this type of defense where you play cover 3, in other words, you have 3 defenders playing 1 in the middle, 1 right, and 1 left. Well, the weakness of that defense is going to be underneath. So slant patterns, they're pretty easy against this cover 3.
Manning uncorks a long pass. Thomas is taken down at the 33.
Nothing like a receiver who can just put his head down and go after the football. That's what he did that time. Nice throw by the quarterback. Watch the receiver at the last second, looks up and makes the catch.
1st and 10. Peyton Manning looking down the field, and it's knocked down.
Well, the defense has got to love that. They love it when a quarterback is uneasy for whatever reason or just not in rhythm. That time they see him throw off the back foot, and the throw goes incomplete.
2nd and 10. Anderson's got it. Screen. And Star Latulele is in on the tackle.
It's way too early in a game like this, in this situation, to take a chance. Want to draw, throw a screen, maybe just a straight-ahead run, but don't turn over the football.
3rd and 10. Had it for a moment, but the ball is knocked out, incomplete.
Well, they always say if you get your hands on the football, you got to make the catch. Yeah, right. The guy that made that rule up wasn't getting hit as he was trying to catch the football. Nice hit that time by the defender.
The field goal attempt is good. It's good. 1 quarter complete, and we'll take a break as you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the action. Today, it's been all about the defenses. And this is Ginn running it out. And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. The Panthers' offense has been nowhere in sight here for quite a while. 3 consecutive drives that have come away empty. What about it, Phil?
That is the old phrase, MIA. They are definitely missing in action because there's no action on the offensive side. It's time for the quarterback to call the right plays and help his team out and get this thing moving.
Second and 12. Stewart's handed the football. And that's a gain of 9.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
The Panthers take it from the 28. the quick 3 and out.
When you blitz on third down, you hope to get to the quarterback. Here's why. Because there are less defensive backs back there. The chances of giving up the big play are pretty high, but the rush, they're quick enough. They get there and they sack the QB.
Sanders has got it at the 25. And Williams is there to make the tackle. That return's good for about 10.
The Panthers defense on that last series may have taken some positives out of only allowing a field goal.
Well, listen, I think 3 is better than 7. No question about that when you're talking about the defense. But they got some corrections to make. I think they did it on the sidelines, and this time they're looking to go out there and get a 3 and out.
And incomplete as Daniels can't hold on.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit there, don't you, Jim? They are all over the receivers, all over the field, nowhere to throw it, and it just results in an incompletion.
Launches it down the field. Almost intercepted.
Well, I think it's important for the defense. Anytime it's a third and long situation for the offense to know where those first down markers are, give a little ground, and make sure you're able to come up and make the tackle short of the first down marker.
3rd down and 10. Scans the field to Daniels. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down. That's his first reception today. The Broncos are leading in this one, and a lot of that goes back to the play of this quarterback, Phil. Manning's been on the mark to this point.
He has. He's one of the better throwers in the NFL. When you give
Oh, maybe my mic wasn't connected at all. That's too bad. That's some great commentary. As I said, they were doing a longer game. So I haven't done a full-length game before here for Super Bowl 50. I'm doing a special one. And as you can see, the score is 10-0 Denver.
Manning's completion percentage, 60% on the
And like I said, I think the Broncos will win it, the Super Bowl.
Scanning the field. Makes the reception. Coleman's there.
And for my Super Bowl picks, the last 4, I was 2-2. Picked the Giants and the Ravens when they won, and then I picked the Broncos and they lost, and the Seahawks and they lost.
He is always going to find an open receiver.
I also said I feel like Peyton Manning will retire after this game. And those are all things that I said that were apparently missed because my headset was
gain sets them up here on this play. Manning's on the move. Incomplete.
What? I hit the wrong button. That's why I was going to hit circle, but I hit square.
It's tight down here in the red zone. So if you're a defender, read the quarterback.
It's okay.
Break on the football. Hey, you get in a position like this, and you can knock it down.
2nd down and 10. Stands in the pocket. Could have been intercepted.
Can we, like, get a play that's going to
down here in the red area? I got to give the defensive man a lot of credit, though.
get some points
in
now?
Position, sees the ball thrown, and is able to get that hand up.
I hate having to go for field goals.
3rd and 10. He'll throw it over the middle. Can't find the target on the pass underneath. A short field goal try on the way.
And with that, it is 13-0. The Panthers need.
Everyone knows they were looking for 7 on that trip, but they add the field goal and have a nice little cushion here.
The Panthers need at least a touchdown. Touchdown and 2 field goals to tie, or a touchdown, 2 touchdowns to take the lead.
And put doubt into your opponent's mind.
Again, will drop to a knee, so this will come out to the 20. The Panthers offense coming back onto the field here, desperately trying to avoid a repeat of their last drive when they had the quick 3 and out.
If they want to avoid a repeat, do a throw.
You know what's going to happen? Those defensive players are going to
See, they got like 18 yards on a nice throw, but they've gotten like 4 yards on a run.
Give your defense a little rest.
That's their issue. 13 total yards running. That's about a yard of rush, because they've done 12 rushes, 13. yards total. So that's about a yard a rush. It's not good.
That's right. It hasn't worked. So what do you say? Don't be afraid to change. What you have to do, you call the plays. They give your team the best chance to win, and they better start changing those play calls.
Now they're 13 on 13. Now they're going to have to throw.
Looking at third down. An extra tight end on the field for this one. Dixon's gonna pull.
That's the thing. They should throw. They got 52 yards throwing.
Well, if you guard the tight end close, sometimes that doesn't matter. They're so big,
doing
they
another
got
run.
long arms. They can still make the catch. Quarterbacks give them a chance. They get it done.
First down and 10. Jonathan Stewart with the football.
The chances that the Panthers win this game right now,
Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a
unless
first
they
down.
can somehow get the run game going
Shows
really good
everybody
against
you can
me.
run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
Second down, 3 for the first.
Wow, they actually did a run on second down.
That's what you call a bullet pass. Very little space to throw the football into, but he gets it done. A lot of velocity, right on target.
The Panthers take it from the 43. Searching for space to the right. Stewart's brought down after picking up 6 on this play.
Second and 4.
Nice run that time. When you run the football
See, they're
like
getting a
this,
little bit bigger
over a
runs
period of
now,
time,
but
it's
still.
gonna wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
The Panthers from the 37. Newton
Oh,
behind the target,
wow.
And it's incomplete. The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. The Panthers from the 37. Dixon's got it on a pass that had some.
What?
All the way home.
I just hit X to get him and it didn't work. Okay. It's okay.
They cut into the lead with that touchdown and aren't that far off the pace all of a sudden here midway through the second quarter.
Yeah, and I get to say one of my favorite things, the tide has turned here in this game. I love those kind of cliches, but it has turned, no doubt. Being dominated, you get that quick score. Now you're close. Leave it up to your defense to give you
7 to 13. I'm only ahead by 6.
Bolden's gonna test
Oh, I can't do that now.
here. Just across the 20 and tackled at the 21.
That's a 21.
The Broncos bring their offense onto the field.
The Broncos got the offense on the field now.
Football, they did not come away empty-handed, but did not get a touchdown either.
Well, they got that field goal, and I think that's important. That field goal gave them a little confidence. They got some points up there that always makes you feel good on the offensive side. Now take advantage of that good feeling. Go out there and score a touchdown this time.
Let's see if they can finish off a drive.
Let's see if I can just get a touchdown just for fun.
Game 7, 2nd and 3 on the way. The Panthers defense brings in an extra member of the Short has the sack.
When you take a blindside hit like that, oh my gosh, do they hurt. And you get up.
I always thought about getting a touchdown just for fun.
Trying to find out who's responsible for you getting you hit like that.
Loss
First, I have to
3 on
not
the
get
play.
hit.
The Broncos will take the snap from the 25. And Tillman can't quite pick it off.
Oh, no. That did not go well at all.
That was a good call by the defensive coordinator. He called the right defensive play. The defender's in position and knocks down that third down throw.
They'll mark him at the 29. And a run back of about 4. Cam Newton in the huddle, ready for action. With as well as
If the Panthers can get a score here, they will take the
No,
lead.
you wouldn't, but you just hope he can continue that good play. That's what they're going to need from him to have a chance to win. But so far, so good. Really looks good.
Cam Newton, 7-yard rush.
They bring in the extra tight end. The Panthers snap it at the 36. He will not get away. He's taken down for the sack.
Well, you expect defense
3rd and 10.
sacks because they come around the outside. But when you get
That pretty much
pressure on the
erases
inside,
Cam
and the
Newton's
defensive
run.
tackle gets a sack, that's just an added bonus.
Oh, it actually does. That erases Cam Newton's run. Not almost. It does.
Dropping back now into the shotgun. Going for the home run.
Out of bounds, and I'm getting the ball back.
And it'll be Nortman back to punt. Sanders is going to take this one from the 20. He's tackled right at the 36.
Sanders, such a great athlete. You got to find ways to get the football to him. Here's another way to get it to him. On a punt return, how explosive is he? Man, that's the answer.
Thomas really been the centerpiece of this offense here in the first half as he gets out there now to start another drive.
Well, you know what? He is the star wide receiver. There's no doubt about that. And when you're the star wide receiver, what is the job of the offensive coordinator? Find ways to get him the football, and they have done that here today.
I've only done 3 rushes.
The Broncos snap it at the 36. Launching it deep. Makes the play. And he's on the sidelines and out of bounds. That's his 4th catch of the day.
Well, you saw why defensive backs can't sleep the night before the game when they play against this quarterback. Beautiful long throw down the field for the big completion.
That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up.
Oh! Nobody's going to stop me on that one.
And that touchdown figures to have them in a very comfortable spot heading into the halftime break.
Ooh, they are feeling good. There's no doubt about that. It's been a show of good offense here.
20-7.
What you got to do, halftime comes.
Now the Panthers need 2 touchdowns to take the lead.
The Panthers are prepared to return the kickoff.
Just a little less than halfway through this game, everybody.
This is Ginn running it out. And they crash into him, ending the return at the 20-yard line. The Panthers have struggled in pass protection. Newton's been under a lot of heat today, Phil.
Well, saying they are struggling with pass protection is an understatement. The offensive line, they're just having an awful day.
Double tight end formation. First down at the 20. Breaks out of the tackle.
Cam Newton, 2 rushes for 11 yards. He only got 4 yards on that run.
Second down, about 3.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Second and 6. Billy Brown with the catch. The Panthers are down right now, partner, but they have been able to move the football. Newton's doing what he can to keep them in the game.
Well, they are losing, but you cannot blame the offense. The offensive line doing a good job giving the quarterback time, and the offensive coordinator, he's sitting over there going, he doesn't know which play to call because everything is working in the passing game.
First down here. It's a 2 tight end formation. Back to the air here on first down.
Interesting fact about these uniforms for anybody who didn't really know that the Broncos had decided to go with the white uniforms for this game because they are 0-4 in the Super Bowl with orange uniforms. So they went with the white one, which they are 1-1 in the Super Bowl.
Stewart's taken down
And they are 1-0 in the Super Bowl with the blue. And for the Panthers, they were obviously going to go with the white, but if the Broncos are going with white, then they're not going to go with white. So the Panthers went with their black and silver jerseys to play this game. And they are 0-2 in the playoffs with the black jerseys. Run it on 3rd and long. Interesting call.
And I agree with that. If you try to throw it down the field, it probably was going to lead to a mistake.
No return. The ball's coming out to the 20.
The Broncos offense enjoying an outstanding first half here, partner. And they're sitting on a pretty comfortable lead as we draw near the break.
Yeah, their offense is playing well. Now, the defensive side, what you have to do...
See, what the Panthers need is to get an interception.
Go in there at halftime, make some changes.
The ball is fumbled, and the recovery is made by the defense.
Okay.
Good job by the defense.
Well, let's review this and see what happened. There's nobody on the field? You gotta be kidding me. Okay. So we threw it to this guy. We went right through them. Okay. The ball gets knocked out of his hand. Peyton Manning jumps into the pile. Yo, look at this. He's like... Yeah, he throws it. The guy gets it. He's just watching. Then he sees that they're all fumbling it. And then he dives into the pile. And he gets up and walks away. Okay, well, I fumbled it right as I said the Panthers need an interception.
And that is truly...
Before there's another snap, the officials want to go back and take a look.
The booth review here?
Was the knee down, Phil, or was it a fumble first?
I think
that was definitely a fumble.
Here, let's stop it when the knee hits the ground. And once we stop it, let's look at the football. Does he have possession of it completely at that time? If he does, then it's going to be down. The runner will be down before the fumble occurs.
What?
Well, it was called one way on the field, but now inside of 2 minutes, it was a booth review, and the call is overturned.
I think if you left it up to the coaches, they'd like the booth to review them all, Jim, because put all the pressure on the officials in the NFL. That's what it's there for, to overturn bad calls on the field.
Just a quick drop back. Very nearly intercepted.
There's a difference. When you play zone, you drop back and you watch the quarterback and you react to the football. When you're playing man-to-man, all you're worried about is where that receiver goes. You try to shadow him, look for the football, and try to make a play.
It'll be 3rd down. On the money. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down. And it'll be Colquitt back to punt. The fake is on, and they're looking to pick up the first. Gordon's tackled down at the 31.
Hey, good job by the coach that time. If he has the courage,
that was really risky because that didn't work.
Because that call took some courage.
The Broncos come out in a jumbo set.
Imagine had that not worked. Oh man, they would have been in great field position.
Delay of game there
Oh, I didn't know that we had to do the whole run thing when I said hike. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that we were doing like a...
Make sure he avoids delay of games. 5 yards in the NFL, and that's 5 yards you don't want to give up.
This will be the last play before halftime. Trying to plow ahead. And Kuechly in on the tackle. The teams head to the locker room. And we'll be heading to the studio to our pal Larry Ridley as you watch.
Yeah, I didn't know that was going to happen. Okay.
EA Sports. Caldwell's going to run this one out. And he's taken down right at about the 29, not quite to the 30.
So we're at the halfway point. It's 20-7. Broncos are winning.
Yeah, be smart here in the second half, Jim. When you start out, just find out what the defense is thinking. And once you get a feeling about what they're going to do, then you start taking.
That was a good little play.
Well, the defense, they give them a first down there. They're behind. They just can't sit back there and keep bending. You got to take some chances. Go on the offensive, on the defensive side, and just make things happen.
Reaches out and snatches it. Green's tackled down after a gain of 7. The Broncos have not needed to adjust this aspect of their offense. Green shown great hands and an ability to find open room in that secondary.
Yeah, he's absolutely shown that he has some talent, and nowadays it's just so easy to get the football to the tight end. Look how close they are to the quarterback. The short throws, you can put it right on target, and they're just piling up the middle.
The Broncos have created chances for themselves in the passing attack today. Manning's done everything he can to keep his team on top.
He has been so efficient here today. Very smart, making decisions. And when you put those two things together, that's why your football team is winning.
The line of scrimmage, the 48. Quick drop back. He has the grab. He's taken down at the 47.
There wasn't much there that time, so good job by the quarterback just throwing the ball and getting the catch and just getting a couple yards.
3rd and 8 coming up. Manning's lined up. 2 tight ends set. Catch made.
Yes, look at that.
That's 5 receptions on the day. The Broncos continue to pass the football. When they have, they've looked in one familiar direction. Thomas has been the top target, and he's been very strong in this game.
The offense, what a tremendous design they've had here today. They've had many ways to get this football to the wide receiver, and he has done a good job of taking advantage of it.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. Anderson's lined up directly behind the quarterback here. Makes the catch. Green's tackled right at the 20.
The Broncos do a really good job this time on offense. The quarterback throws the ball short. They pick up a few yards, and now it makes 3rd down much easier.
Manning's completion percentage, 60% on the day.
Oh, nice little blocky.
The kick is no good. No good.
Well, after that missed field goal, it's been a rough day for him. He is kicking it everywhere, but through the uprights. I think what's going to do the coach on the sideline, I think he's going to change the way he's managing this game.
The Panthers talk things over at the intermission. And
That's fine. I'm still ahead by a good amount.
Orders of business was to try to figure out a way to get this offense going, Phil.
Absolutely. That's what you want to do, and I think you do that by play call. So the coach, they have many plays that we call drive starters. Catch the defense by surprise. They need to call one of those right here and right now to get this offense going. When you pick up first downs against the defense, they will get tired. That time, nice job by the offense getting the first down, even though they're losing here in the game.
The Panthers have it at the 39. Handoff. And that's Jackson in on the stop.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, There is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
2nd and 5 coming up. The Panthers take it from the 43. Ware's able to read that play and make the hit. The Panthers
18 rushes for 30 yards. That's pretty bad.
Going, but it hasn't paid off. Stewart's been stopped from the first quarter.
Running game has no chance. That's obvious. We've seen it here today, and it's time for this offense to open it up. Quit trying to run the football and throw it down the field.
The Panthers snap it at the 41. Olsen's there to catch the ball that had a lot of heat on it.
About 9 minutes left in the 3rd quarter of Super Bowl 50.
Now look at all these great tight ends in the NFL now.
Can the Panthers make a comeback? Potentially.
Power forwards who said to heck with that. They want to be pass catchers, and they're good at it.
Let's see how they back up the big play here. Easy catch there. No one near him.
Newton's job is to sell that play fake, and boy, did he do it that time. It fooled the defense, and they get the completion.
The Panthers at the line of scrimmage. Split backfield. Now 1st and 10. Handoff to Jonathan Stewart. Shakes off the hit.
They should throw it. They've always done good throwing.
And sometimes the running back has just got to break a tackle. Good job that time. When you get down in the red zone, the offensive coordinator's got to call a play that deceives the defense. Let's see if he can do it. His team is down. He needs a big play here.
Slashes to the left side. Ball is out. Marshall's going to make the tackle.
What a big break the offense gets here. They fumble the football when they're inside their opponent's 20-yard line. They're going in to score, and somehow they come up with a fumble. Good job.
They got lucky on that.
1st and goal. Newton, handoff. That's a gain of only a yard.
Good job by the defensive line, standing in there and fighting, and hold the running back to a short gain.
Stepping up, ready to spring into action at the 8.
So you got to look. They've done 15 rushes and 25 rushes, so that's their 26th rush, and 15 throws. And I've done 4 rushes. So they have to score a touchdown right here.
That's Newton over to Olsen for the catch.
Defense did a good job that time. It's 3rd and long.
They're going for a field goal.
Wants to throw it down the field. They cover all the deep receivers and nowhere to go with the football except short.
They are only down by 10.
That was a nice long drive by the offense that time, and it stalls out. But good job by the kicker coming in and putting 3 points on the board.
Bolden's going to take a knee, so this will come out to the 20. A lot has changed since the opening minutes of this game when it comes to the passing attack. It was fantastic early, but has been way less so since.
Yeah, the passing game, it's kind of fading away right now, but I'll say this to the defense, stay on those toes because that passing game can catch fire at any time.
Manning's got 2 tight ends on the field for this snap. And incomplete pass that time.
Well, what was he just doing?
Short.
That's a wonderful job that time by the secondary. Everybody's in position, nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football, and it leads to another incomplete pass.
3-step drop, and it's swatted away.
Yo, I'm getting no completions right now.
Ball coming up, but it's a good situation also. You're leading the football game, so there's no reason to take a chance and turn this football over.
The Broncos get set at the line, needing to get to the 30 for a first. Manning's going to scramble. picked off that time.
A lot of pressure is coming, so I couldn't really do what I wanted to do.
Where the defense has all the advantage. They know the pass probably has to go down the field on 3rd and long, and they were ready for it.
Again, will try his return.
So if the Panthers can score a touchdown, they will need a field goal to take the lead. I mean, tie it up. So 2 touchdowns and they take the lead. Touchdown and a field goal and they tie it up.
They can just do anything they want on the field because they have so much talent, and that's what we're witnessing here today. It's just a
Lost 2.
loaded with talent.
Nope, gain of 1. Never mind.
Arm strength is a nice thing to have when the window of opportunity is very small. Quarterbacks with strong arms can still fire it in there. Nice throw right on target by the QB.
Newton's now completed 4 in a row.
So I've got 100 more yards than they do.
2nd and 9. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. And that's Jackson in on the stop.
They have to throw and get a good play here.
They were all over the run that time, and they only give up a short gain.
3rd down now.
Look out here. They're going to blitz. They're all packing the line of scrimmage.
Dropping back 3. Brown hauls it in. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
The slant route made famous by the West Coast offense, something that really I thought came in the league when Bill Walsh started with the 49ers in 1979.
Newton's completion percentage 70% on the day. Running room. Newton won't risk a hit here as he slides to end the play.
It's a rough game out there. Avoid hits at all costs. Good job that time by the quarterback sliding before he takes the hit.
The Panthers have it at the 34. Running right through the trenches.
If you want to run the
They should do a quarterback sneak right here.
You're going to have plays like this where they pick up very little yardage. Don't listen to the fans. Keep running it, and it'll.
That's what I would do if I'm 3rd and 1 doing a quarterback sneak.
Takes a look now from under center. The Panthers take it from the 33.
They're not, and they're going to miss.
And it's incomplete.
The Panthers go with the pass that time on 3rd and short. The defense was ready, and they stopped the pass.
With this, they'll be down by 7 if they make it.
Puts it through the uprights. Needed plenty of leg on that one. We're headed into the 4th, and while they must feel good about the field goal that helps keep things close, they need their defense to step up here, Phil.
Jim, they did the right thing. Take the points, put the pressure on the other team. That's what they did. Let's see if the defense can take advantage of that.
Handing the ball off hasn't been something that's worked for either one of these teams today, Phil.
Well, what you have to show on the offensive side when you want to run the football, you got to show some determination. And the guys on the offensive side just get tougher and make it work.
Anderson's in the backfield, single back set. And now here's the toss. Keekly's all over that offense and brings him down.
Lost 2.
Right on the defensive side that time. They thought it was going to be a run play. They were all over it, and they got it in the backfield and made the tackle.
Second down and 12. Anderson's got it on the handoff. He's averaged about 2 yards a carry on the day.
Interesting situation here for the offense. They got a lead here in the second half, but it's 3rd and long. And you always like to say, the football is in the hands of the quarterback, so he has to be smart. If he tries to force it down the field, I do not like his chances.
Okay.
The Broncos decide to go for
That was a bad idea.
3rd and long. And look, not second-guessing that play call. Not many in the playbook. In the passing game, they're going to pick up a 1st down. They go with the run. The defense is not fooled, and now they're going to have to punt.
The Broncos turn the ball over on downs.
That was a great idea. You gotta have a little bit of fun with it. That's what I figured. Hey,
Hey, it's easy to do
I can do some long plays, hopefully score again. So,
You can feel
Panthers aren't going to score here. They're going to try to run the whole way.
And sometimes you just cannot execute the play.
First down at the 17.
Like I said.
Stewart's tackled down at the 17.
"15 minutes left."
The third quarter comes to a close, and you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers offense tries to continue some momentum, still possessing the football as the final quarter gets underway.
I scored 10 in the first 2 quarters and nothing in the third quarter.
He'll take the snap, the first here in the fourth quarter. Talib's all over the ball carrier.
The Panthers, they run the football on second down because they want to get third and manageable. If you do that, there's many plays to choose from on the offensive side. But now you got third and long, and that list is shrunk down to just a couple plays you can call in this situation.
Loss of a couple that time. 3rd and 12. They'll run it here. He's brought down. That's going to bring up 4th.
They're going to have to go for another field goal. Oh, they're going for it.
4th down.
Not like I can say anything about that because I went for it in my own area as well.
From the shotgun. The Panthers turn the ball over on downs.
I think we heard this all week long, didn't we, Jim? They wanted to be aggressive in this football game, and they're calling the plays and managing of the game, but you're losing. It's close. You go for it on 4th down. That's a lot to try to overcome.
Takes the hit, throws.
Oh, no. Ah, shit.
2 tight ends on the field here. Almost intercepted.
Well, it's do or die right now, and you've got to go ahead and make the call to give your offense a chance to get this first down. And I know this team.
Peyton Manning's out. It's Osweiler the rest of the game here.
Let's go now to Danielle Bellini, who has an injury update.
Guys, I had a chance to speak with a Broncos team official. Peyton Manning's injury looks like a broken collarbone. The team is going to take him for x-rays after the game to confirm. On top of that, the staff is saying it's hard to know how long he'll be out at this point, but guys, it will most likely be an extended period of time.
So with that broken collarbone,
After the big play. Looking at every option.
the nice thing is that Osweiler's been the quarterback for a good amount of the season, and he actually was the one that sort of got the Broncos to the playoffs.
Anderson's lined up now as the running back behind.
And he actually is one of my picks to have as my next quarterback in my Madden franchise. So, you know, I don't have an issue with Osweiler.
Right here. It's 3rd long, and even though their team is losing the game, you can get after the quarterback and hope you can find a way to force a turnover.
3rd down and 10. Airing it out. And they can't connect.
Close, you're losing. It's 3rd down. You need to get a stop. The defense does it. Now it's 4th down, and they give the football back to their offense.
4th down and 10, and they're going to go for it.
You got to these days.
The Broncos will take the snap from the 45. Great pass, great catch, great control.
There we go. You gotta get another touchdown to stay in this game.
I agree with that call, going for it on 4th down here in the second half when you got a little lead, but the coach is confident. They go for it on 4th down, they pick it up, and that keeps the drive going.
A flag. Gains 5.
Nice. Now, I ended up going with the suggestions for some reason, but, you know, I'll do a suggested play a couple times.
Setting up now in the pistol. And he's in for the touchdown. What a play. What a run.
There we go. Touchdown Broncos.
Touchdown may have given them all the points they need to put this game away, partner.
Well, they've controlled it almost from start to finish, Jim, so that drive was impressive. Now let's see if their defense can just finish
27 to 13.
I like their chances.
Thomas is taking a breather as the kicking team comes out. He just contributed over 60 yards receiving on that scoring drive.
With Manning out, Osweiler still has to shine.
And no return here, so Newton will start this drive from the 20. The Panthers look to be almost certain to come away with points the last time they had the ball, but instead of attempting a field goal, they went for it on fourth down and were unable to convert. Let's see what they do with this possession.
Yeah, look, this isn't high school or college football where you get many possessions. In the pros, you don't get that many. When you get a chance to get points, you got to take advantage of it and take those points.
Stewart's brought down after picking up 11 on this play.
Well, I think we're seeing something we see with so many teams now in the NFL. Running backs who can do it all. This guy can run, block, and he can catch short passes and make long gains after it. Nice job.
Makes the catch in open space. The Panthers still trail, but as we look at the passing numbers, it's hard to find much fault with them. Newton's tried to keep his team in it any way he can.
Well, a couple things, Jim. You can't blame the quarterback because they're trailing. He has been outstanding here today. The offensive line.
10 minutes, actually closer to 11 minutes remaining in this game. Cam Newton and the Panthers against Brock Osweiler and the Broncos. As Peyton Manning got injured.
Second down and 2.
With a broken collarbone. Just for banter.
Tackle's made, and that'll move the chains.
Good job by the quarterback completing that pass.
I was worried about him getting injured, but I knew that Osweiler would still do fine for my team, throwing a touchdown already.
Newton's completion percentage 70% on the day. In the round with the catch.
The defense is going to play conservative in situations like this. They have a lead here in the fourth quarter. They'll give up those short throws.
It's actually crazy how this is like a normal score that I have in a game that's 6 minutes each quarter. But I think part of that is because the way that I play it normally, I do play a bit more aggressively. So I'm always just throwing. I mean, I've been throwing most of the time, but you know, I throw and I don't punt it away. But listen here, I did a couple punts, a couple field goals.
Panthers come out with a split backfield. 1st and 10. And it's caught by Stewart.
See, now they're doing good now that they're throwing.
Jim, here in the fourth quarter, when you're down, what you want to do is just keep that football moving. That time it's a short throw. He gets the completion. Good job.
Newton's completed his last 6 passes. 2nd down and 6. Jonathan Stewart with the football. Stewart's tackled down after a gain of 7. He's averaged about 2 yards a carry on the day.
The Panthers know once
3rd and inches. 7:40 to play.
Also, it can't be pass all the time. The offensive line comes through. Good solid run that time.
Middle of the field and incomplete.
They got to run it here. They have to run.
Quarterbacks love
What?
to see a receiver have this type of
They're
play.
4th and inches and they do a throw on that anyways. It's, when you're 3rd and inches, you don't typically do a throw. You just do a little bloop run and you're in. 16 to 27.
Another nice kick.
Denver.
Kicker, man, oh man, is he hot. He has got such confidence, got a powerful leg, and it is all in rhythm today.
Caldwell's going to start his return. And the tackle's made right around the 26-yard line.
27 yards per return.
Could not stop the pass on the last series.
Well, they were just too timid. They were giving up too much room, making some of the throws too easy for the quarterback. Man, you got to man up, get up there tight, and cover these guys closely.
The Broncos break huddle and show a jumbo look.
Osweiler with the handoff, and he gained a yard.
Nice job that time by the defense.
You know what?
They were ready for the run, nowhere for the running back to go, and they stopped him for a short gain.
Here we go.
2nd and 8 coming up. The Broncos from the 27.
The Broncos. And Osweiler gets hit. If Osweiler is taken out of this game.
It's 3rd down coming up.
They need a field goal.
The Broncos will set up. The 36 is the first down line.
And a touchdown.
Looking long. On target. Gonna take it home for the touchdown.
There we go. Another touchdown for the Broncos. 33-16 with 6:41 left to play in the 4th quarter.
That touchdown could have officially put this one out of reach.
Well, if it's not out of reach, it'll take 2 miracles to get back in this game by the defensive side.
I think that the Broncos doing pretty good, but the Panthers probably should have gone for it, or should have actually done a run play when they were at 3rd and inches, got the first down and got a touchdown.
On that last touchdown drive. And no return here, so Newton will
The Panthers are going to need a long throw down the field.
The Panthers are getting their offense geared up here. It's going to be interesting to see, Phil, how they react, because I know there was a letdown the last time they had it. They kept the ball for a long time. They picked up a whole ton of yardage, but ended up with only a field goal. So let's see how they'll react now.
Jim, I think you're right. I think they were disappointed in the fact that they executed so many plays and ended up with a field goal. Let's see if they can come out and look for something a little more dynamic where they don't have to have those long drives. Look for big plays instead.
2nd down here.
Six minutes remain. As we enter the length of a normal quarter game that I do, like I've been saying every quarter. 5:35 because I have a speed up of 20 seconds when you pick the play quickly. 5:30 remains. Cam Newton, a little run there. He's got 50 yards rushing. That's pretty good. 5 minutes remaining. See, it goes quickly if everybody picks a play quickly.
Brown's got it. On a pass, has some heat on it.
5:45 to play.
That's a really good throw and catch, and they get the first down, Jim. That's what you want to do. Pick up that
5:26 to play.
Offense 3 more opportunities.
1st and 10.
Intercepted by the Broncos. This here game is pretty much over.
That will be one solemn locker room, Phil Simms, in the aftermath of this game. And the last thing they may remember is this interception to boot.
Yeah, Jim, when this game is over, they're going to go in there. You want to shower, get dressed, and get out. You don't even want to talk about the game. You say as little as possible, and you wait to go back to practice next week.
Demarius Thomas with the grab.
Brock Osweiler has already thrown more touchdowns in this game than Peyton Manning. And he's thrown 212 yards.
Jim, the offensive coordinator's done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. You're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
He's drilled as he throws.
Osweiler gets it pretty hard.
2nd down following that incompletion. An extra tight end on the field.
Demarius Thomas has to be the MVP.
They're going to get him here for a sack.
That's a bad job by the offense that time. There's no doubt about it. The blitz by the defense.
3rd and 17. 3 minutes left to play after the interception here at the 23-yard line, close to scoring.
Sanders has got the catch on the touch throw. Can you believe how steady and reliable this guy is?
He is. What's the phrase for it? He is money, Jim Nance. Man, he pays off every single time. You throw the football near him, he'll make the catch.
Just a quick drop back.
Intercepted by the Panthers. 2 minutes, 24 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. But I took about 2 minutes off the clock by running the ball back down the field.
Always be, man. Just go out there and do your best. That's all you can expect to do. Sometimes you do play sports. The other team is better. They were better than you today, but you showed them you're willing to fight the whole 60 minutes. Well, the quarterback showed off his arm strength that time.
2 minutes remaining. 16-34. The Broncos are currently winning.
Running out here in the fourth quarter. Stewart lined up as the single back. Second down and 7. Cam Newton unleashes a long pass, and they can't connect.
Not too often you see a
1 minute 55. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop telling the time and let's just play it.
It shows you what a great arm he has. Overthrows him by a couple yards.
The Panthers come to the line. The first down marker is at the 16. Newton in shotgun formation.
Give the defense a lot of credit that time, Jim. They got a lead. They protected it. They stopped the offense 3 straight plays, and now they're off the field.
Emmanuel Sanders.
Sanders is going to look for space now. And he's brought down right at the 43.
At the 43-yard line. 1:40 left to play.
Sanders is able to show off his talent on that punt return that time. What speed and quickness.
Let's just go to Demaryius Thomas for a nice little throw.
And picks up good yards.
The Broncos offense can reignite things now after last time moving the football only to throw a drive-ending interception.
And this is what this defense
At the 1-yard line, the Broncos. Time for a QB sneak to get another touchdown.
Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the power surge.
There you go. Brock Osweiler with the QB sneak 40 to 16. This game's over. Time to go for 2 with 59 pass attempts and 11 rush attempts for the Broncos. This is pass attempt number 60. There you go. 2-point conversion, 42 to 16. Broncos 1:14 left to play in the fourth quarter. I've actually done better with Osweiler than I have done with Manning, which might change things from a Madden franchise.
The Panthers offense comes onto the field, and even if they put together a scoring drive, there's not going to be any difference here in the outcome. Now just playing for a little bit of pride and perhaps to try to get things going for next week.
Yeah, because of course when you're playing the Super Bowl, you're trying to get things prepared for next week. Right. Yep.
And I say this on the offensive side, don't press the issue, just get this game over with.
Stewart's lined up as the single back. Looking to go up top again on first down. Olsen's going to pull in the bullet pass. He's in the clear. The 10.
You thought you were going to get a rundown. They thought they were going to get a little rundown for a touchdown. Stop at the 6-yard line. Oh, man, that's funny. Let's get an interception.
To a score later.
So, first and goal to go. Newton off the mark that time.
23 seconds left for the Panthers. If they can get a touchdown, and then get an onside kick, and then get another touchdown, and then get another onside kick, and then get another touchdown, and then get another onside kick, you know, they have a chance.
Pass is intercepted.
Not anymore. 18 seconds left.
What a horrible time to throw the interception. But hats off to the defense here, Phil. They come up with the stop, the play, the takeaway at just the right time.
Yeah, listen, I give the defense all the credit in a situation like this. You know, they took advantage of a quarterback who they knew was going to have to take a chance, and they were ready to pounce on it.
The Broncos.
Demarius Thomas should be the game MVP here. I've thrown 600 and something yards. I have destroyed the Panthers.
And they're all over him for the sack. A timeout charge to the offense.
2 seconds remaining in Super Bowl 50 as it's 42-16. The Broncos are Super Bowl 50 champions.
Calling a timeout. A lot of yardage to make up here after that sack. It's second down. Anderson's lined up behind his quarterback as the single back. Down the field. Denver in.
Touchdown Broncos as time expires.
Third touchdown of the game. Impressive showing today. And it's almost
49-16. Broncos win it.
Denver Broncos have won the Super Bowl. The Lombardi Trophy heading back to Denver. Super Bowl champions. An unbelievable year ending with a great Super Bowl victory.
How do you handle the pressure? They handled it well, and handling that pressure was the difference. That's why they won the game.
No more dabbing, Cam. Your season's over. Demarius Thomas should be the game MVP. He ran it down and got stopped there. Demarius Thomas.
The brotherhood will never be stronger than this moment. All the dreams coming out of youth. The emotion of it all, it's almost overwhelming. To realize a dream from the playgrounds, through all the practices, to one day have your hands on the Lombardi Trophy.
It's crazy to watch this now and then know that we're actually going to see it for real in just a couple hours.
For the rest of your life,
Like,
you'll be remembered as a Super Bowl champion.
Like, it's crazy to watch that and then
For Phil Simms,
know to be
through
watching the
EA
same
Sports,
thing
Jim Nantz saying so
or
long
a similar
from the
thing
Super
happen.
Bowl.
That was crazy. If we look at the scores by the quarter, it was getting pretty close until the fourth quarter. I mean, if you look at it, it was close. On total offense, I had 647 and 424 by the Panthers, so it's still pretty impressive. I gave one turnover. That was my interception. I was good on fourth down conversion. Yeah, wasn't the score like the score that the Panthers had against the Cardinals? The Panthers had the ball longer than I did too. They had it for 35 minutes. I only had it for 24 minutes. But with that, I would like to thank everybody who watched it on Twitch and then watched this on YouTube. Enjoy the actual Super Bowl. And we will be back with more live streaming very soon.